Hey guys, this is Fade, and this is gonna be a little bit different because this is me talking about my personal life a little bit because, well, it's kind of weird to talk about, but I know that it would have been a nice thing to talk about in my videos since, it's been a while anyways. But 10 years ago now, Jesus Christ, 10 years now. 10 years ago, on October, I think it was October. I know it was October or November, but I think it was October. In October 2007, right? I was in high school and I was going through the bus in the morning because, in the morning I have to wake up at like 5 a.m. and then go to the bus at 5:30 a.m. And then the bus arrives at like 6 something, right? So, as a teenager, I'm just tired of shit. I just don't want to deal with anyone, don't want to talk to anyone and everything. And there's 4 ways for the bus driver to come through. And, the bus driver always came from the east side, right? He always came from the east way, right? Strangely enough, he didn't do that. He came from my side, which is at the west area of the neighborhood, which I'm just like, that's really weird. Like, really weird, because, he doesn't do that. I had that feeling something might not be right. But I was cautious, and I think my mom even saw me a little bit cautious, and she was like, And this is at the time I didn't even have a phone, so, go figure, right? When I go into the bus, I see the bus driver, like, slouched forward a little bit. He's like, slouched forward and everything. And I was so confused. I'm like, are you okay? And he said, I didn't feel that great when I woke up in the morning. I'm like, well, in my head, I'm like, well, if you're fucking sick, why did you come into work? But I said, whatever. But usually I'm in the front of the row, right? I'm always in the front, and I usually sleep because then once I get to the school, I just get out. I just instantly get out. Don't have to deal with waiting and everything. I just get out, go to my little corner, and fall asleep there again. Because I never really liked to talk to people in high school and shit, but And then I didn't go to sleep. I didn't go to sleep in the bus because I was looking at him. He was acting weird, and I'm just like, are you okay? Like, are you getting more sick or something? Because, if you are, we can pull over. He's like, no, it's fine. And I'm like, man, I really hope nothing goes wrong. So, we're going through the back way of the neighborhood, which goes into a intersection towards the freeway for a little bit because he takes the shortcut. So he goes over the overpass to go into the freeway. And then usually it just takes like a minute before he can just take a right, and he's already in the school. So, he had a fast pass and everything, so he can just go through the toll, etc. But this particular moment, I saw him let go of the wheel, and he just started having a seizure. And I was shocked. I was in disbelief. I wasn't sure if he's doing it because, like, he was angry or he was literally having a seizure right before my eyes. And I was frozen. And as soon as that bus hit the railing of, hitting the railing and shit, I was just like, oh my god, this is really happening. This man is literally having a seizure. Holy shit. After the second time the bus hit the railing, my friend, Josh, Josh was like, hey, do something. And then, like, something snapped into me, and I was like, oh shit. And since, my father used to do, trucking and everything, I don't know if he still does it because we don't talk to each other anymore. I knew where the brakes were, and I saw that his leg was stuck to the gas. So I pushed his leg off, and then I put all my weight onto the brake because when you're in a certain position, you can actually, when you're sitting on the seat, right, you can move your foot forward, in which stops the bus. But if you're in that position where you're trying to move someone's leg while they're having a seizure, trying to put your leg in there is like trying to trip over a banana peel. I put all my weight onto the brake, and of course, since I wasn't on the wheel, the bus hit the railing. I went straight down the stairs. Like I went down the stairs and hit my head onto the double doors, which you get out of the school bus, right? I hit my head on the double doors and I passed out. I completely got black, and I blacked out for like a split second. But then when I woke up, I saw my friend onto the steering wheel, and I crawled my way up onto the brake, and I kept holding it until we got to an immediate stop. It felt like this ordeal was happening, and it was crazy because it felt like it was taking so long for it to happen, and it literally only stopped in it only happened in a span of a minute or two, right? That's how long it took. And it's crazy because, like, in a situation like that, you know, we could have died, right? Because this is a overpass to go into the freeway. So if the bus like tilted over, it would hit down and go towards the people that are driving through that freeway. Not only will we die, but that would be a mass just accident that would have occurred. So we could have all died. But you know, since me and my friend stopped the bus, you know, it didn't happen, right? And I wore white shorts. I don't know why I wore white shorts at that day. Like that day I wore white shorts, which I don't know. I don't normally wear shorts. Like I don't see the fascination of shorts, but at that day I wore white shorts, right? Now I didn't know that I released myself and my well, I released myself, but you know, I didn't know that, right? But I started looking around if everyone was okay. Everyone said they're okay. Some people had scratches here and there and everything. And I tried to call my parents, and of course my dad was going nuts. And I was thinking, I'll call you when he's calmed down. Call you back when he calmed down, because I asked for a phone. And then go to someone else and see if I can use their phone, because you know that guy I was using up this person's minutes, and he said sure. I call up my mother again, and I tell her where I'm at and everything, and you know, that's when, like, I think it took about 20 minutes. I would say maybe 20 minutes. It could be shorter, but eventually, you know, the cops came by. You know, the adults, you know, the parents came by to pick up their children and shit. A few of us went to the hospital. The rest just stayed home because gave them an excuse, I guess. But I went to the hospital. My friend didn't want to go to the hospital because he's afraid of doctors or something. But and plus he didn't feel like anything was wrong with him, so he saw no reason to do it. But like at that time, I was still like out of it because I hit my door pretty bad, and I had a bruise on my right side that was like screwing with me, and I thought I broke my hip. Another one was like I had injury on my head, but not like bleeding or anything. It was just a bump. And also my elbow had a fracture. It had a fracture as well. Yeah, and it was interesting because like during the time when the news people and the police officers and everything started appearing, that was the most awkward time in my life, because this woman came up to me, asked me what happened. I told her what happened. I told her that me and my friend stopped the bus and everything, and then yeah, this woman said these words that I couldn't comprehend, because she said, "You two are heroes," and she walked off, and I was a little confused. I was still dazed, and I wasn't sure if that was what she said. And then my mom was like, "You guys literally saved these children's lives." And I didn't think at the moment that, because you know, at the time you're thinking, yes, people do things like out of nowhere. Instinctively, I would say, I was thinking of, I should stop the bus to save myself. And of course, you know, hearing the screams of other people, it also turned into I'm saving other people as well, which is even more scarier because these people's lives are in your hands. And there's no way of like getting into the front of the bus if you're in the back. It's only me and whoever was in the front that can stop the bus. And it was kind of weird. It was really weird. And I was not prepared to know that a bunch of news people wanted to do a story out of us. And it's so odd. Like, I didn't expect that. And then hearing people calling me and my friend heroes, and it was uncomfortable. And mostly because I never really cared to be in the spotlight. So like having eyes on us was the strangest feeling, the strangest thing I've ever had in my life. And to know that all occurred in the span of one day was pretty interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys really did enjoy it, I would appreciate it if you'd like, comment, subscribe, along with if you want to support me. I moved from Patreon to GameWisp, and I am also sponsored with Loot Crate, so if you want, instead of just donating money and not getting anything in return, you can just support me through Loot Crate. All the links will be in the description, so yeah, see ya.